Hello friends, happy Sunday, happy fifth Sunday in Lent. I could even say happy Passion Sunday because that's what this fifth Sunday in Lent was historically known as. I alluded to that last week in my introduction for Lent 4 for Laetare Sunday, Refreshment Sunday. But today, if we were going by old terminology, would be known as Passion Sunday. You could see that yourself if you looked in our Book of Common Prayer. We, of course, don't think of Lent 5 as Passion Sunday anymore. That name has been transferred to the Sunday that follows, which is Palm Sunday. And now Palm Sunday is properly known liturgically as the Sunday of the Passion. We can say more about that next week of why that has changed. But Passion Sunday was an old custom, an old tradition, pre-Reformation tradition, in which statues and crosses and crucifixes would be veiled on this Sunday. And I said last week that things get very serious now. We've turned the corner from our regular, if you can call it regular, Lenten disciplines into this final stretch, as it were, this final serious, ominous stretch as we approach the very dark activities and commemorations of Holy Week. But why veil crosses and statues and crucifixes? Well, we think it has to do with the gospel that was traditionally read on this fifth Sunday in Lent, which we find in John 8:56, where we're told that Jesus hid himself in the temple because the religious authorities wanted to stone him. And so perhaps a custom arose out of that where these objects of veneration were hidden. But that's kind of lost in the mists of time. We're not really sure, and so other theories have been advanced why these things should be veiled. Maybe the object of our veneration is hidden from us, so we may experience more acutely our sorrow and shame at having been participants in a mystical way in Jesus' betrayal. All sorts of different theories. But there was a tradition that these things were veiled on this Passion Sunday. Passion, of course, from the Latin word passio, meaning suffering. But we don't call it Passion Sunday in our Anglican Church of Canada. Today is simply the fifth Sunday in Lent. But it is a turning point, as our gospel suggests today, where Jesus ominously foreshadows his death and burial in relation to the washing of his feet by Mary. And so things have turned more serious this week as we look towards entering Holy Week and the final week of our Lord's life. And so I pray it will be a holy and blessed and sacred day for you, and I wish you God's richest blessings for it.